welcome back to my channel. So apparently somewhere within the past few weeks I went mental and I must have told myself like, hey, you won the lottery, like go ahead and buy a copious amount of makeup. So I don't know what like I've done over the past like couple weeks, but I've purchased so much new makeup to me, and it's exciting, I guess, because you know I go through spurts where like I'll watch like YouTube videos and see what's out there, but then sometimes I like try to go through like this mental like no buy because I have so many eyeshadow palettes, and I'm like, hey, I need to like rein it in. You're not like a mega millionaire here, you know, stuff's expensive. So I tend to like fall off the wagon with like new stuff and whatever else. And you know, if you've watched my last few videos, you've seen that I've purchased some new eyeshadow palettes from like new brands that like, well, not new brands, but they're like new to me brands, and I've been liking everything so far. And then, you know, somewhere in my journey on YouTube watching like other videos, because I still watch like other people and stuff, everybody, you know, I've heard of Glamlite before, I just never ordered anything from them. And then, you know, recently they had the Scooby-Doo palette and everybody was like, oh my gosh, like this is so good. And I was like, I'm not gonna buy it, you know, whatever. And then let me get these off of here. The Rick and Morty palette came out and I was like, oh boy. You know, I've watched the show. I was all about like Pickle Rick back in the day. It's such a funny episode, but it's not something like I've watched. I can't tell you the last time I watched Rick and Morty. So I definitely did not buy this because of the show, because it's not like I'm a diehard fan of the Rick and Morty show. I bought it because of this color story. Look at that. That is so pretty. I saw other people and I'm like, you know, I'm watching a couple other people and I was like, oh my gosh. So I had a bit of like a thing. I almost purchased the Frosted Flakes palette because it's blues, and there's quite a few blues, and then there's oranges, and I do like a nice orange, but like you guys know that it's like blues and greens for me, like I just gravitate towards those colors. So then I saw this and I'm like, well, hold up, this has more colors, but I'm pretty sure that like a couple of these blues in here might be somewhat similar to what they have in that Frosted Flakes palette. Now again, I don't have that palette in front of me. That's just me kind of like comparing things online, like looking at pictures. And you know, sometimes pictures, the coloring's a bit off. So I'm not like 100% on that, but going through various pictures, I'm like, they look so similar. And then they actually have a couple of like the orangish colors that seem to be similar to the colors in the Frosted Flakes. So I was like, you know what? Let's just go ahead and get the big palette. Like, it is so pretty. Look at these green. Oh my gosh. These greens. They're so pretty. They're so pretty. I mean, all of them. I can't wait to get into these shimmers. But again, so I've never used Glamlite. Like, I've never used any of their products. So I was like, oh, okay, let's go ahead and buy that. And then I was like, well, you know, in that video, people were also showing the lip kits. So I was like, you know, why not? Let's just get it. So, I mean, I'm not a huge fan. I don't do too much with like lip kits and things like that, but I do like the packaging. I like the box, like it opens like that. Is it very extra for lip products? Yes. Yes, it is. It's big and it's, you know, it's a very large piece of packaging for, you know, two little things, but I think it was this one. I think it was, oh, I didn't even tell you what this is called. This is the Rick Hologram Lip Kit. And I think this is the one that sucked me in. Yeah, because it's like this. So it's like a shimmer. You get like this gloss. Look at that gloss. Look at the shimmer in that. And I'm of the era of like the frosted pink lip. Like, I still rock it. Like, I still do it. Hold on, this doesn't want to open. And I feel like, yeah, this is like a nice muted like plum, and then with that shimmer over top, I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, I don't know. I have to try it. And it seemed like a lot of people were like, oh, their stuff's like love or hate. Like some of their palettes like a hate. But they're like, oh my gosh, this is like the like bougie like Glamlite formula that everybody absolutely loves. And then they have the other one. This is the accelerated time lip kit. So if you're wondering at this point, because oh my gosh, I can't get it out of the box. I ended up buying like the bundled package because I was like, you know what, why not? Oh, this is pretty. Ooh, this is pretty. It's so pretty. So this is the gloss that comes in this one. It's got like a really light orangey shimmer to it. And then the lip pencil like underneath. That is so pretty. Like, I've never really worn an orange lip, but I'm like, that looks pretty. Everybody says it's pretty, so why not? So, along with the palette, the 2 lip kits, you also get a highlighter trio. I can never open packages. Hold on. Sometimes I just take the end of like my eyelash thingies and stick it in the end of the box and pop it open because I end up ripping like boxes. I'm like, what is wrong with me? So, you know, Rick and Morty packaging. It looks like the Rick and Morty show from what I can remember, but I'm not here for the packaging. But look at these. Look at the shift in these highlights. I think this first one, Anomaly, looks like frosted like white when you're looking down at it, but when you shift, it's got like that pinkish purple shift. Cosmos in the middle, when you're looking down at it, it's almost to me like it has a bit of like a green hue to it, but then as you shift, like when I put it up in the light, it does have more of like a holographic pinkish shimmer. This one, holding it right here in the light, this one does look like it has a little more pink, this Anomaly. And then Cosmos. And then this one on the end looks blue. Like, it shifts like blue. So, yeah, I was like, why not? And then also in the kit, they give you setting spray. So, you know, again, I've never used any of Glamlite's products, so I was like, let's just buy the whole thing. Everybody says this is like their best formula, so I felt like if I'm going to try a company, why not buy it at a time when everybody that uses their products is like, hey, these are legit, you know what I mean? Like, Teresa's dead. She was like, yeah, this is like the good Glamlite formula. So I was like, might as well. So in my moment of like looking at this company, you know, I'm going through the palettes, I'm comparing, I'm doing like my thing, and I was like, how freaking cute is this? Like, I had seen it, you know, and I was just like, I just didn't pay it any mind like when it came out. This is the Strawberry Shortcake Berrylicious palette, and I was like, okay, you know, yeah, strawberry shortcake, like I grew up, you know, my sisters loved strawberry shortcake, whatever. But what got me is the color story. And again, obviously, it's the greens that like jumped out at me and were like, hey, buy me. And I was like, okay, why not? So look at this whole row of greens. But then I'm like, oh, these berry colors are really pretty. And then you have this one up here that shifts. Is it going? See, it's like pink, and then you come up and it's like white. And then you're like pink, white. So, yeah, I bought that too, but I'm not going to use that in today's video. I just thought I'd show you guys like my ridiculous purchase. So, anyway, I need to set my face. I'm going to do a look with these products. It's later at night. I don't normally film this late at night. It's just, it's been one of those days. What did I do? Oh, I cleaned. If you can see, I was like, you know what, after my not my last video because I think I'm going to upload one before this one, but it's my Blend Bunny Sugar and Grunge. And I was editing my video, and in one part I'm like, hey, don't pay attention to that. I have no motivation. I was like, oh, that's embarrassing. I was like, I had such a mess back here from like moving everything, and I ended up moving like my shelves back because I was trying to like rearrange stuff, but it just wasn't going well. So anyway, I was like, I need to figure something out for this because this looks awful. So I did start to clean that up today. So I've been doing some other things, and then I waited for this to come in the mail, and it actually came today. And today was one of those days where I wasn't like stalking the USPS because I was like, oh, they never deliver before 2 o'clock. And then I went on at like 12 something, and I was like, gosh, I haven't looked all day, let me see. And it was like, oh, delivered at like 9:37 this morning. And I was like, that would figure, wouldn't it? So of course it came early this morning. You know, it never comes that early. So anyway, I waited for this to come, so I have myself a nice glass of Oliver wine. It is a cherry Moscato. So if you want to see what I end up doing with these products while I drink some wine, then just keep watching. Okay, so I've done all my makeup, and I did my makeup a while ago. I mean, if I'm being honest, I probably did my makeup like 2 hours ago. So I've had to go in here to like brush, you know, reset my concealer and all of that. So I want to use the Glamlite setting spray. Oh, I just want to read what it says on the box. So it says, it looks like your new go-to setting spray has been invented. Our setting spray is an ultra fine mist that primes, hydrates, sets, and refreshes your skin to have you ready for your next adventure. So we're gonna give this a go. I don't know, I'm not sure what it sprays like. I don't want to get like shot in the face. Okay, so I'll go in my wine. Oh, that's got a scent to it, but let's try it. Okay. So Teresa is dead. You know, I was watching her video and she's like, oh, it like shot me in the face. I feel like I'm on a water ride or whatever she said. So I thought like priming it would get some of that mist going, but it is very like forceful in your face. So you really need to hold it back. And it smells like, what does it smell like? It's got like a perfumey scent. It's a light scent, but it's like, it's very light. What is that? I don't know. I'm going to have to think on that. It says directions after applying makeup, shake bottle well, hold 8 to 10 inches away, and mist face 2 to 4 times in an X and a T formation. But it doesn't say. It smells very light. Is that florally? Kind of like a I don't know, that you would think like a, ooh, like a powdery smell, like a light florally, like powder smell. There's something I'm trying to think that it smells like, and I can't think of it. So anyway, that's all right. My face isn't sticky, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Like I said, it's later in the day. It feels alright on the skin. I don't feel sticky or like heavy or anything like that. So that might be alright. You just really, again, you have to hold it really far away. Oh. Well, sometimes I put on my highlighter after I set my face. What do I want to? I really want to see what this blue looks like. I don't ever typically wear a blue highlighter. So, you know how silly, like I realized in one of my videos I was showing a mirror and I was like, I didn't even take the sticker off. How silly. This is interesting. It's like such a small, long mirror. It's good for up close. So I think, let's go in with this one here on the end. This Uncharted. I thought it said Enchanted. Uncharted. I'm just taking this Morphe brush. It's usually what I use. It's very glittery. Cut that off. Oh. That is, wow. Okay, that is very, 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 very glittery. Usually with my highlighter, sometimes I go in with like a damp sponge just to kind of like get it down. It's not crazy. Like I don't see it like straight on. It blended out nice. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color on my other cheek. Let's see what it looks like. Super glittery. Tap that off a bit. That is very, very bright. So if you do use a wet sponge, like it's not as, what's the word? It's not as harsh looking on the skin. It's not as, it kind of like blends down into your makeup. You use a damp sponge. So that's actually pretty, so you get a nice little shift of color, but it's not anything like too stark or too like whoa in your face. And then I'm gonna go in with Cosmos, this middle color, and I'm gonna put that because why not? You saw 3, you know. I want to see. I don't feel like this one's picking up very much on my brush, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I dig it in there a little bit. I'm gonna put that down the bridge of my nose and then on the tip. Like if I look down like that, can you see it? And some people like their highlight to look like that. I don't know that I'm not one. I prefer it to be more melted into like your makeup, and then when you you move a little bit, then it's like, oh, look at that, like it catches the light, it highlights that high point in your face. I don't want to just be like staring somebody straight on and it look like I just took glitter and whatever else and just was like that is just my preference. Why not, let's, you know what, I'm gonna hold off. I was gonna go ahead and do my lips, but I think I kind of want to see what look. Well, I end up doing 2 looks anyway, so I guess it really doesn't matter. I don't know. I kind of want to try that orange lip, the bottom one here, because that looks pretty, but so does that one. Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's hop on into this. Is a funny picture of Rick and Morty right here. So they do seem to do like a nice job with their stuff. Is that just like a, yeah, it's just an overlay from the cardboard in there, and you get a nice mirror. I can actually see myself pretty well even with the plastic still on. That's so satisfying to like pull that off. Kids had a blast with the bubble wrap that they put in this package though, because it was like that really big, like the big bubbles in it. They went to town. Yeah, I told the little one, I was like, the big one was like standing on it and like jumping on it, so then the little one got into it, and I was like, oh boy, they had a good time. So anyway, I'm just rambling at this point. Here is my Morphe E30 brush. Oh, you guys know. You know, I'm going to go in with these greens. It's just a matter of which green and which way do I want to go with it. So I'm going in with like this neonish green. I could do a halo eye. I don't feel like I want to though. I think I want to try to use as many colors as I can. So I'm going to take that color and I think I'm going to go into this inner corner. See what I can get. Pick a little bit more up, tap that off. For being such a light pale color, I mean, it's going on well, and it seems to be building up. I mean, that was just my second dip into that color, and I can, you know, diffuse the color a little bit, like around that edging. And it's not like taking it away. And then I think what I want to do, I think I'm going to go in with this darker green. Why not? I want to go on the outer portion of the eye. Like that. They're actually, I mean, they're not making like a mucky mess of each other here where I'm tapping over where they meet up. So that's really nice. They're actually blending pretty well. And I mean, it doesn't look like a huge stark line down the middle. And it doesn't look mucky. That's really nice. Ooh, that's so vibrant. These are so pretty. I really want to see what this color looks like. And they don't have names. And it's kind of nice that I'm not sitting here trying to botch names. It is really soft, so just be careful you don't go all hands in there. So I'm going to pick that up. It's dry. I don't have anything on it. And I think I'm going to... You guys see that? That is just from a dry brush. Like, I didn't put anything down. Oh my gosh. Shut your dang face. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. Stop it. So dang pretty. All right, let me get it wet. So I found this bottle of MAC Fix Plus. And I was like, oh, there's just a little bit in there, but we are certainly gonna use it up. So I'm just gonna use that. I think I'm gonna. Oh goodness, I don't know. Maybe not. Oh Lord, I hope that doesn't mess it up. Didn't spray very well, and my brush is like super wet. Uh-oh. Let's see. I mean, if anything, it's going to adhere to the eye. It does look a little more foil, but it's still gorgeous. It was gorgeous going down just with that one swipe. I'm blown away by that color. Jeez. Jeez. Wow. That was exciting. I love when I get excited. All right, let's see. What do I want to do? I'm going to go in with this color. This color shifts a bit. Let's see. Can I get it if I go down? It's like a deeper gold, but then it's got like a green. It's like that goldish green shift. So I'm going to pick that up. Not going to get it wet. Let's see if we can be 2 for 2. Oh man, that is so nice. I feel like this is like Beauty Bay. Like as excited as I get with their shimmers when they go on without using anything, any spray or anything like that. That is so nice. I'm going to bring that down into the inner corner a bit. That is so pretty. Alright, now I'm going to get it wet just so I can have some on there that's wet so it adheres. I'm going to go over top of where that other green is just to get a nice blend. Look at that. That is so dang pretty. Alright, look at that. That is so pretty. So now I think I want to see what this color looks like. So I'm going to pick that up. Same brush. I just keep wiping it off. I didn't get it wet. And I'm going to go out here. That is so pretty. Okay, I'm going to get that wet. I'm just going to switch because that MAC Fix Plus was not it. This one's such a nice fine mist. It's so nice. Look how pretty that is. That shift. I'm going to go back in with that first color in the center and just tap over where those two meet up. A little bit where they meet up over here as well. Just kind of back and forth between the two. Just to make sure I have a nice gradient blend there. That is so dang pretty. Oh my gosh. Alright, so I'm gonna go back in with that first brush. Because looking down here, this does look just a smidge. You know what? I'm not. I'm gonna take this clean brush, this clean Blend Bunny B5 brush, And I'm going to diffuse this edge because I came up really high today. I don't know. I'm just going to soften that edge a bit. Honestly, it might not be my best decision to date, but I'm going to go in with this orange because that's what I'm feeling like. So I think I'm going to... Actually, you know what? I'm going to pick this one up first. It's like a pinkish orangish, and I'm just going to pick that up on this Morphe M506 brush because I want to get something down here because I didn't put that green down here. So I just want a nice base shade, if you will, that I can blend out. Like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that brush, I cleaned it off, and I'm going to go into that deep orange color down here. That is insane. Look at that. How pretty is that? That is such a pretty orange. Look at how vibrant that is. I'm gonna go ahead and take this Sigma Pencil E30 brush and I'm gonna go into this shimmer here. This nice orangey, it looks like a tangerine, if you will. I'm gonna pick that up on this pencil brush and I'm going to go right here. This reminds me of a color from the the BH Cosmetics ice cream shop collection. Was it the orange sherbet? Such a pretty, like, light tangerine-esque color. I'm gonna pick some more of that up. It went on nicely, but I'm gonna get it wet because I want it to stay where it is. That is such a interesting look. Like I said, it might not be my best choice, but I don't hate it. Let me see. I do feel like I need to soften it a little bit. So I think I'm gonna leave, I'm gonna leave that eye like that, and let's hop over to the other eye. Oh, you guys know I'm gonna go in with these blues, so I think to start, I'm gonna go in with this light periwinkle blue over here. So I'm gonna pick that up, I'm gonna tap that off. Let's see, I think I'm gonna follow suit with how I did the other eye. Kind of like the same concept. That is so pretty. I say periwinkle, but that's more like a very light sky blue. It looks deeper. It looks like that bluish grayish color in the pan. That went on really nice, but this time I'm gonna try to diffuse this color a little bit here around the edge and soften it. That is so nice. That blended out so nice. Oh my goodness. Okay, then I'm gonna go in with this darker blue down here. This packaging feels very sturdy as well. I'm going to go out here. I do feel like I went a little further in. So I'm going to pick up a little bit of that first color. Because I got a little crazy with my blending. I feel like it overtook that color a little bit. But that was my own doing. Obviously going in into a lighter color with a darker color. That darker color with a matte's going to take over. So this blue isn't quite as dark as what I was thinking. But it's okay. I don't hate it. I'm not, I'm not mad about it. It's not like it looks patchy either. It's applying nicely. Go in with this blend bunny. You can even see how it's like blending out that edge. so nice. Okay. Moving on, let's pick up this Morphe M124 brush. Obviously, I want to see how this blue does, but I'm thinking I might want to put that blue on the outer corner. So maybe I'll do this blue, this bluish green on the center, and then I can go lighter on the inner corner. Ooh, don't disappoint me. Let's see. Look at the shimmer in that. It applied pretty nice. It wasn't as nice as that green. It did not go down as opaque. Not as much. But it is nonetheless, it is still a pretty color. I'm going to pick that up and I'm going to get it wet. That is such a pretty color. I don't feel like I'm getting as much coverage with this color, so I'm going to pick it up with my... Ooh, it's so soft in the pan, so again, be very careful. Here it is. So let's see. Yeah, look at that. Oh my gosh. That is so flippin' pretty. Alright, let me get that wet. That is so dang pretty. Okay, so I think I'm going to go in with, see how this color does. So this one's not as soft. It's kind of like that darker green. It's not as soft as the shade in the middle. That is so pretty. Okay, let's go out here. Oh my goodness, look at these blues. I can't. Oh my gosh. I love blues. I just love them. This is so dang pretty. I am so excited. That's why I sit down and do this. I'm going to blend over that other one, and then I'm going to pick some more of that middle one up. Just get a nice blend between those two. They're blending so nice, and honestly, I have not had any fallout. Like, that is so delightful. I'm gonna bring this in a bit. That is so dang pretty. Oh my gosh. Alright, let me pick up, I'm gonna pick up a clean Morphe M124 brush. What do I do? So part of me wants to go in with this one up here, but then the other part of me wants to go with this one because it has a little bit of a blue shift, but it also has like that purple shift to it. But that top one is like a silvery... Oh, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go in with this one because I feel like there's blue in it. So I'm gonna pick up some of that. See how it's got like that bluish like silvery tint. I'm gonna go on the inner corner. Oh my goodness. Well, I mean, if Glamlite is really this good, I would hate to have gotten, you know, a crappy palette from them, knowing that they can do this good, that their formulas can be this nice. So, you know, I think with that, I don't know, if you are going to look into them, maybe wait until stuff comes out. It does show that this palette is still available, but it's like the palette, like everything's separate. They don't have, I don't think they have the bundle available. I'm not sure. I don't know if something that was in the bundle is maybe sold out and that's why. I'm not really sure. Look how flippin' pretty that is. Stop it. But you know what I mean? Like, if you know that you can do something this good, like, why would you release something that's not this good? Like, that doesn't make any sense to me. I really like this mirror, too. It's a nice size. Oh, look at that shift. Okay. Alrighty, let's see. What are we going to do under the eye? I could go pink. I could go purple. These two down here look really pretty. You know what? Let me swatch those. Ooh, that top one's really creamy. Shoot. Let's see. That's those two colors. How pretty they are. So I'm gonna go in with the pink right here, and I'm gonna pick that up on this Morphe M506 brush. And I think I'm gonna use that for underneath the eye. It's like that base transition shade that is so blown out. Let me go in and soften that a smidge. There's a lot of pigment. So don't go in with a heavy hand because it's going to take some work. That dog. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in with this deep purple over here. And I'm going to pick that up on this ColourPop E27 brush, which seems kind of like a crime because this is so bright white. Like, look how clean those bristles are. And I'm going to get this right in between those two colors because I feel like they need a little bit of a blend there. But then I'm going to bring it across that lower lash line. I'm bringing it in like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Morphe M326 brush. Ooh, that's pretty. This has a shift to it as well. It's like between like a pinkish, bluish, purplish. But I think I'm going to go with something a little brighter. So I think I'm going to go in with this color here. That deeper pink. I'll pick that up. I mean, honestly, nobody's ever going to get in my house with these dogs, which is fine. That is fine by me. And, like, Rosie has realized now that we have these blinds that don't have, like, strings on them, so you just push them to, like, move them up or whatever. I guess that's how, like, all blinds are now. They don't sell, like, stringed blinds. I don't know. So we have those. So she has figured out now that she can get her nose, her snout in there, and she hits it, and it opens up so then she can see outside and literally bark at everything that goes by. And they're doing construction in our neighborhood, so if you could imagine, there's constantly people going by the front of our house, so it's literally her barking at everybody all the time. So I'm sorry. But I love her. She's such a doofus. Oh my goodness, this is so pretty. That is so pretty, in case that like throws you guys off. Oh, these are so pretty. What lip do I want to do? Like I'm tempted. Do I want to do like half and half? Is that silly? I think that might be a little too much, right? To do like half a lip on top and half a lip on bottom. Hey, that might be too much. Looking at my hand, do I want to go with a dark lip? I think I really want to see what this one looks like because I feel like that was the one that I was like, I might not really wear that. But now today I'm like, oh, you know what? Hey, I might really wear that. So I'm kind of really intrigued to see what that one's going to look like because I feel like I'll be more inclined to pick up the other color more often to actually wear it. Let's go ahead. So these are interesting. They're very like very much a pencil, but like a very soft formula. Like it's very soft. It's not as orangey like I was initially thinking. It's more of like a mauve-y color, mauve like deep rose maybe, more so. I'm gonna take this. It's been thundering for like the past hour, and I'm like, I looked at the radar and the storm is literally going above us and below us, but like it's thundering here, and I'm like, oh, I wish it would rain. Love a good thunderstorm. So that feels nice and like creamy on the lips. It's not sticky. I do not like sticky. I can't stand sticky. Like, I do not like sticky on my lips. So that feels really nice. It's got like this nice like sheen shimmer to it. So I'm really into that. And I actually like the color a lot more than like what I was initially thinking. Because I was like, oh, that looks more of like an orangish lip. And I don't think I've ever really worn like an orangey lip. So I'm going to hop off. I'm going to do my eyeliner and some mascara. And okay, so here is the finished look. Close my eyes. I went ahead and I started to put in the Natasha Denona, I think, was it the Camu? I put it over there. I'm not gonna go look for it. One that came out with the Yucca palette, but then I was like, no, you know what? I want to go with Fuchsia because it's like this orangey yellow color, and I thought it'd really tie everything together. So I went ahead and put that in my waterline. And then on this one, I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Insomniac. I've really been liking this for like these blue and purple looks that I've been doing. I think I don't know if you guys remember a couple videos ago, I was like, oh, I'm on the hunt for a brown eyeliner, like with the felt tip, because I usually use the KVD Beauty Mad Max Brown. That's like my all-time favorite brown one, but I was like, I really don't want to keep paying $24 for this. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I don't want to do it. So I just use this NYX Professional Makeup Epic Ink Liner, and it's brown. I mean, the package is like that like reddish brown, but it's definitely brown. And I put it on this eye. It went over kind of nice. I started to use this one and it's super dry and crusty. So like I messed up my wing out here. But that's all we're going to do with it for now because my husband's on the way home and he's bringing sushi. And I mean, the kids are super hungry. So I'm not going to sit here and mess with that. And I didn't put on lashes because I didn't feel like it. Because again, it's late, so I didn't want to put all that glue on and then pull them off. So there's that. Yeah, so let me zoom out. So let's see. I like it. I don't want to like it, but I like it. I do. Everything went on really nice. Everything blended nicely. I'm not getting a whole lot of transfer. I didn't have like any fallout. Like, honestly, like, there's a little bit of glitter right here, but seriously, all these colors, and that's all I got, was, like, a couple glitter flecks. Like, that is not that serious to me. So, I am super, super impressed. Everything has a lot of pigment to it. So, you know, if you haven't used colors like this, you know, go in very light so you don't really have to do, like, all this work to fix it. But yeah, I really, really enjoy this palette. Like, there's a lot going on in here. The only thing for me is that someone coming in to, it's not a make or break for me, but somebody coming into a palette like this, I wish there was like one lighter color, like something lighter to go, you know, but that's just me and how I do it, and I'm really not that nitpicky about it. It's just something that I was like looking at and I'm like, I really wish there was one like lighter color. And I guess honestly, if I was doing like a normal look, I could have used this on both eyes. I just wanted to use as many as I could today. So again, I'm not being super nitpicky about it, but that was just a thing. Like, I looked at it and I was like, oh, I need something lighter to like go in or like blend out up here, but it's really not that serious. I could get something else out of another palette. I really enjoyed the colors. I really can't wait to play down here with some of these deeper, darker colors, or up in here, even this white, even this one here. There's so many like different glittery colors within it. It's like there's greens and purples and like a pinkish color. Like, let me swatch that. Let me swatch it so you can see. Do I have some hand left? Yes. Like, that's what that color looks like. Like, how pretty is that? Like, I cannot wait to get in there and play with that. Like, that's super pretty. So yeah, so I think there's a lot going on in it, and I think at this point, like, the more I'm sitting here like pondering everything, and I'm like, everything that I said, like, I was like, oh, I want the Frosted Flakes palette. I feel like if you've never tried this this company and you're like, oh, maybe I will. One, if you're going to try it, maybe try something like this that has a variation of colors in it, because a lot of their palettes, just my thought process, if they have a Frosted Flakes palette and a lot of those blues and those oranges look like they're in this palette, maybe go with a palette that you've seen that a lot of people are like, oh my gosh, this is a really good formula, and try that palette. I don't think I would be so quick, because now I know, like listening to, you know, some other people that really know their colors and have used this company numerous times. If they're like, hey, there's some palettes I thought were crappy and it's not their best formula, but then they're like, hey, this is like their legit formula, like this is it. I think for me, I'm not going to be somebody that jumps on and orders something right out the gate. I think I'm going to let some other people that typically purchase these things or get sent these things in PR try them and then let us know. I don't get anything in PR. I pay out of pocket for everything, and it's a lot. It's a lot of money. So to sit here and be like, oh, this, that, and the other, I spend my money. Sometimes I gotta rein it in, but whatever. And I'm doing these videos to let you guys know, and that's my thought on this is, hey, let somebody else that gets it sent in PR or however. And that's the sad part about it, is there's so many people on here that are like, and I'm not pointing fingers at anybody, but a lot of people that do get PR feel like they have to give like a positive review. So you need to filter through those people, and you need to find somebody that you do trust that does get PR that's like, hey, this palette was bad, but this one's really good. You know what I mean? So you're going to have to use your best judgment on that. But I think for this company, my advice would be wait till, if something's coming out, wait to see what some other people think about it and then hear what they have to say. That's what I would do. I don't think I'm going to jump on and buy like the next palette that comes out or what have you. I am excited to try that Strawberry Shortcake palette and see how it is, but I don't think I'm going to go back on and get like the Frosted Flakes palette or all these other palettes that they have. I think I'm going to wait. And again, I think I've got enough color combination here from this company that I can get a good idea and kind of use this in comparing like other palettes that may come out. Does that make sense? I'm going to use this as my basis before I just jump and buy other palettes from them, because I know that sometimes maybe they release things that aren't their best quality. There we go. Because it is expensive. It's a lot of money. I really like the lip product. Again, it's not sticky. It still has like that sheen, that like shimmery shine to it, so that's really nice. I mean, I've been sitting here talking and like maybe, you know, whatever, and it's not like rubbing away or anything like that. So I do like that. I enjoy the palette. The setting spray, it's a bit aggressive. Hold it really far away, but that might be, this might be what takes over this one when I run out. This might be the spray I use at like a really far distance to wet my brushes. So I'm not so sure that I'm going to use it on my face again. It's not sticky. It seems to be going on well. So I don't know. I just don't like how aggressive it is to spray my face. Alright, so I think I've rambled on enough. I really like everything. Again, if you haven't used this company or, you know, their products before, I agree, like this is a really good formula. It reminds me a lot of like Beauty Bay, but I haven't had anything bad from Beauty Bay. So, you know, I jump, because I've had so many of their products, I jump to get what they come out with, because they haven't released anything that was like mediocre or like, hey, this is subpar to what you normally release. That's just the word on the street that I'm hearing about Glamlite. Just relaying that to you all because I've watched a lot of videos. But anyway, yeah, I mean, wait till it goes on sale if you're wanting to try it. Somebody obviously out there might have a coupon code, I'm sure. I'm sure there's a coupon code. I feel like when I went on, they were like, hey, for your first purchase, do you want to save 15%? Text whatever. So they offer coupon codes anyway. So just dig around a little bit. Try to get it on sale. Yeah, but if you have this palette and you love it, let me know. If you have this palette and you hate it, let me know that too. Just in case it screws you up, here's one look. Here's the other. I know I'm all over the place. I'm really hungry and my husband is home now. So I'm going to hop off because I'm hungry. And so are the kids. And everybody's getting really loud. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all your comments and talking back and forth. If you're watching and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please subscribe. So I really appreciate it. Please subscribe. I promise you won't get anything from it. You're just subscribing to help out my channel. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day or evening or whenever you're watching this.